We broke your ass.
Right, you good? Go.
Do we have to?
Don't have to. I mean, I've been told.
You started recording.
Yeah, go.
Hi,
You sure?
everybody. How are you all this evening? Welcome to Xbox Tavern's Xpod Tavern episode 62nd. We're off to a cracking start already. Thank you very much for joining us once again. I'm Jamie and I'm joined by Ian.
Hello, Millimanian.
Sorry, Millie Man Ian, MPV Graham,
Hello.
and ladies' favourite / technical guru, Daniel.
Very stressed out young man. Yes. Hello.
Now, young's not strictly true, is it? But we'll
Neither
give
is
it a
Guru, but we won't say that.
I'm trying my best.
Stressed man, that's better. Just stressed man.
It's a stressed man, yes.
We are
We've done
running.
one
That's all we can
We're
ask
here
for.
at least, yeah. We're up and running at the very least, which is all we can
Whether
do.
it's recorded is another question.
Well, we'll see after we've had a long chat. We could always episode 20 again or episode 20, where it was. Just record it and then not record it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us for this wonderful show of Xbox news, gaming, goodness, and whatever else comes up. We will get
Shenanigans.
straight into the news, gentlemen. And let's start off on a positive note, shall we? Seeing as we've hit the ground running. Xbox Series X/X, X/X, fuck my life. X/X has become the fastest selling Microsoft console. Did I do it again? Xbox SX, whatever the ones. Take a letter of the
Series
alphabet,
X.
add it after Xbox, and you'll be fine.
Xbox Series S and X.
Thank you very much. See, at least someone knows what they're doing. It's fastest selling Microsoft console yet, estimated at 12 million shipped, which, according to people in the know and number wizards, puts it not far behind the PlayStation 5's last reported numbers of, I think it's 13.5 million, something along those lines. So obviously, despite global shortages and the world shit in the bed effectively for the last 2 years, they've pretty much gone and knocked it out of the park with the Xbox Series X and S. So, right at the time. Daniel Mard, he's replying to a quote from Phil Spencer and says it would put about 12 million shipped due to our estimates. The dual SKU strategy has paid off for Microsoft amid the supply chain issues. Increased production of the S allowed for more Xboxes on shelves than if they only had the X. Allowed the PlayStation. Well, granted, they've got the two digital, non-digital, but effectively they're the same machine. So, gentlemen, what do we think? This is obviously good news for Xbox.
It is.
Do you reckon they can maintain this pace, or do you think it's just been a case of everybody's been stuck at home, so they've wanted to buy something and they've gone, sod it, I'm going to have an Xbox if I can get my hands on one?
A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. If they keep improving Game Pass as they have been, then yeah, they put the taste out there for it. People have been playing sort of like consoles now. They've been stuck inside, and at the moment, Game Pass or Xbox have been spewing games left, right, and center, whereas PlayStation have been sort of drip feeding. So I just think they've got a little bit of an edge when it comes to the games front.
I think jumped in on the right type. The two SKUs having the air quotes hardcore gamer with the kind of the bigger model, the Series X, and then those who want to kind of dabble in gaming or are not too sure. You've got the slightly cheaper console version, which is, I don't want to say almost as good, but almost as good as the Series X at kind of almost half the price.
Yeah, true.
Perfect. It's perfect marketing. Yes, all right. You could be a massive PlayStation fan and want PlayStation, but then when you see a console at, what is it, $299 or is it $259 at the moment?
In
$249 in
English
England.
pounds is $249.
$249, yeah. So, I mean, that's a toss-up between either getting yourself a Switch, which you probably already have, or getting yourself the other console where potentially most third-party games are on Game Pass. It's almost a no-brainer.
No, you're right. Yeah, exactly. If you want to play like say Halo, and you're a fan of Halo, but you got a PlayStation, yeah, $249 for Series S, then get 1 month of Game Pass, play through Halo, and then you're done.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, all right, you've got that resale value to sell it to friends or whatever, because there's a shortage of like everything apart from, it seems like, the S at the moment. Like I said, just it's perfect marketing. The whole pandemic, Microsoft, was this your fault? They've done.
Oh, slander. No, what's it?
Oh, so conspiracy theory starting already.
Conspiracy. There we go.
Here we go. But yeah, like I said, it's almost too good to be true for them.
Yeah, it was as Gray said, the main thing really, Game Pass. But then, kind of what you were saying, the pandemic, having the weakest system which relies on different parts, they can just like, well, we can't get the good stuff as it were, but we still got this almost as good stuff which you can have for cheaper and you can find everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, like the Game Pass thing as well. You know, you've got so many games in it. Yeah, there's 500 and something currently. But also, if you think about it now, Game Pass has been good, has been really good. However, I think as of now, January, this next year, I think Game Pass every month you are going to get a banger in there. I think you're going to get a really top title. I mean, I'm sure
At least one.
Yeah, I'm sure we had 1 or 2 months last year where it was a bit dry. There was nothing that you'd go ooh every month. But it just seems they have kicked off January with Mass Effect. You're having Rainbow Six Extraction coming out, and then
Hitman 3. I forget Hitman 3.
Sorry, yeah, Hitman 3. But this
Not even just Hitman 3 though, is it? It's the trilogy, isn't it? They've
Oh,
just
it's a trilogy, yeah,
combined
it's all
into
of them.
into one package, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be. I mean, come February, I'll be frigging shocked at what's coming out next.
So I want to say, I think the last couple of months, if anything, has been the better ones. For example, Halo was last month.
Halo,
No, you had
and
Forza the
Forza,
month before.
Forza.
And then you had
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts recently. You had 12
Flight
Minutes, Flight Simulator,
Yeah, from August.
Back for Blood.
Unpacking.
Yeah, like I said, from August, it is all of a sudden the kind of the wheels of the fruits of their labour has finally flourished.
Especially with the rumor of Ubisoft, well, obviously bringing Rainbow Six and stuff, but they're sort of maybe looking to further that partnership, not necessarily with Ubisoft Plus, but by putting more and more games on the service, with even more stuff. What do you reckon about? Because what's next month's big release? Dying Light 2, isn't it? Do you reckon we might get the first one in Game Pass around in the next couple of weeks, perhaps?
Was that the one that was pushed back? Isn't that pushed back till this?
Oh, that was Stalker.
Oh, that was Stalker.
That was
Okay.
Stalker.
Yeah,
Dying Light's out in a couple of weeks.
That's February,
Yeah.
isn't it?
February the 4th. So we could very well end up with the first one in Game Pass at some point soon, perhaps. I mean, I was looking on the store before we started this, and it's on sale right now for I think 50% off. So the next step would logically be chuck it in Game Pass. Should be nice because I'd like to try it. But, yeah, we'll see. Ian's muted himself. Ian, should we come up with some very valid points?
Yeah, to yourself.
I know, God, my microphone, my stand actually fell off, so that's why it's muted it.
That was a perfect catch, by the way.
Yeah, I know, cheers.
I
I
was wondering what
was
you were
saying,
talking about, but yeah.
yeah, so yeah, see, Dialect can never know. But only because of the age rating, I was thinking maybe come to games with gold, but probably won't be allowed because it's an 18, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if how their age works on the games with gold stuff, but it could
Yeah.
be.
And with
We should
Game Pass, how does it work? Is there any 18 games on Game Pass?
There's loads. Well,
I would have
we
thought so,
literally- I think
yeah.
Back for Blood. I'm sure that the Yakuza's are they 18s, Gray? Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, there's
thought at
some.
least
Yeah, there's
one
got to
or
be.
two of
There
them
must
would
be.
be,
There's
yeah.
some sort of killing and a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah, but well, then it might become a good set. So Dying Light 2 is coming to Game Pass or not?
No. But I'm
No.
wondering if we might get the first one to sort of help promote it a little bit. I would have thought we would have got it by now, but you never know. We've still got a couple more weeks. So we
Yeah,
shall
true.
see. We shall
Makes
see.
you wonder if they're going to keep up that kind of velocity, or whether it's just they did this over the massive sale months, sort of coming up to Christmas and then just after Christmas. That's why they're firing sort of Game Pass so hard, because it's in the sales months.
I mean, the more consoles they sell as well, the more impetus there is for companies to put their games on Game Pass, because they say, well, we've sold, say, an extra 4 million consoles these last couple of months. That's more 4 million potential players of your game, especially if they load it up with boxy microtransactions or NFTs. And, they could be. That's the only time I'll ever mention that word on this fucking show. Turds. Yes. But yeah, no, it's pretty impressive. So it's obviously outsold all previous Xboxes. I think the last fastest selling record was actually the Xbox One, I think, which outsold the 360, which obviously then outsold the Xbox original. So they're on the upward trend, as it were. So yeah, so hopefully we'll continue to see some solid sales and stuff. Not that it really makes much difference to us, but it's nice to see more people playing, more people getting involved, more
Exactly.
people playing some Halo for me. Get some more noobs in Halo so I can actually win a few games for a change. That would be nice.
We'll just get good.
See, that's the problem.
Ooh.
That's the problem. I would if I could, but I just can't. Although I played a game
Yes.
before we started, I did pretty well actually. First game in a little while, and we won at least. So I will
Happy
take
days.
that. I didn't have much to do with that, but we won, so I'm going to take it. Cool. Next news story, please. Let's go on to a slightly sadder one. We'll just very quickly go over this. Halo 360 servers are now offline. So this was announced a little while ago, and just the other day, as of yesterday, by the looks of it,
It was yesterday.
all the 360 Halo titles have been discontinued for online service, which means campaigns will work, but you won't be able to play any multiplayer games, or I assume you can download DLC and stuff still. I'm not sure.
You can still download the game and play single player. You just can't play anything online.
And then things that such as challenges and file share are no longer available. So any clips or forge maps or anything you had, you can't share with anybody anymore.
Saying though that you can play on the MCC.
Yeah, the Master Chief Collection is remaining up. But yeah, if you're playing the 360 versions, which I don't imagine a lot of people are, then you are shit out of luck now.
Yeah.
There was quite a nice story. I should have found it really before we started, of someone who needed one final achievement in Halo 3. And he went on to the Reddit or something, and he found some people to jump in a game with him, and they all worked together to get him this final achievement, which was something like kill 4 players with a single Spartan laser shot or something like that.
Oh,
And then they all had a little celebration, and then that was pretty much the last sort of feel good story from Halo on Xbox 360.
Well, that's quite cool.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick it in the dick. If you're helping someone get it, it's not an achievement.
This is true, but you're never going to be able to achieve that again. You're never going to be able to get it now. So that was the final one, so we could round out his. I know Ian feels his pain. And that is not
How many times?
that final Chivo.
Out of him. Well done.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame, but obviously you got the Master Chief Collection as well as Halo Infinite, which is probably the best multiplayer that there's been in many, many years, at least in my opinion, anyway. So yeah,
Hello, DST.
well, the multiplayer was Halo 3's, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, true. But single
All the
player
DLC
campaign.
stuff.
You know,
Single
that's
player,
a
yeah.
favourite.
Yeah. DST's grand favourite as well.
Yeah.
His face. Look at him.
It's shitter than that achievement. That fake achievement. That guy should not be proud of getting that achievement.
So I know myself and Graham played a lot back on the 360. Ian and Dan, did you play the Halo games?
No,
360
not
online
the
anyway?
360, no.
No.
I did the single player stuff, but reality, no, I didn't. Ain't much online.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's good times. When we
It's
were
good.
younger and we had more time to get into it. Your mum is a cornbread, Gray. Just remember that.
Excuse me?
One of those insults that just never goes away.
Just random insults that they used to come out with.
Yeah.
It's,
You guys are cornbread. What?
You do get some of
anyway.
the most random insults when you play online. So
Yeah. Sometimes they're even funny, and other times they're just, yeah. There's no worth getting into. So, gentlemen, any other story? Have you got the document open, Ian?
document.
Yeah, you say what document?
Yes, I have got open.
I'll pick another story because I can't decide on the next one.
Hitman 3 Trilogy.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Oh, a surprise. Of course I want to mention it. It's coming to Game Pass, PC and Xbox.
Why you
So
have
you've got
to pick?
The trilogy to play. You should all play it because it's a fantastic game. All 3 of them. So they even made in my list, remember, before? List that Dan told me off for my favourite game of the last decade.
Oh, what, when you fudge your lists where you have 7 different things when we're meant to pick only one game, and then you pick a game from last year or the year before.
Pretty much. But no, Hitman is brilliant. And yeah, so everyone gets to it. I'm fingers crossed, they bring out a new achievement list because
I
I'll
knew it
happily
was
play
coming.
for
I
it.
was going to ask you about it. Is this so? You obviously haven't played the PC version yet, have you?
No, well, the PC version hasn't never done a PC version, but sometimes they bring out the same list so you can play across both Xbox and PC. But sometimes they bring out different separate stacks, which allow you to do a PC version and an Xbox version. And I'm praying they do that. I'm really happy.
Have you got the full? Is it 1000G in Hitman 3 or is it more because of the DLC and stuff?
Yeah, because of the DLC and stuff, there's a bit more. But yeah, I've completed it fully. Every Hitman's all fully done.
Awesome, a silly question, really, but yeah, so
course.
excited. So, is it cloud as well? Did they say, or was it just PC and?
I believe it's cloud. No, it's Game Pass. So it has to be cloud.
Yeah, that's the new
Cool.
thing, isn't it? Most games come to Game Pass now; they have to be on cloud.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's exciting. Graham, how excited are you to be playing some Hitman Trilogy on Game Pass?
Yeah, I think I've played. I was either the first or second one I've played. I'm not sure I completed it, but yeah, I didn't do too badly of it. It's very stealthy, so it got pretty old for me quite quickly, but it's not too bad. I can see the positives in it. It's just not my kind of game, but I might give it another go.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, they've got some of the greater DLCs as well. Some of the best DLCs I've had played. The maps have actually done some good jobs with them all, especially the bank level. That's quite fun.
And what's this? I was reading about it earlier on in anticipation of the 20th. What's this about? User generated contracts or something. How does that work?
Oh, so what do you mean the contract mode they've got now instead, the new elusive target?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
in the can't you make your own ones and then put it up for people to try and challenge?
Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah, so there's like you can you just go in a map, you kill someone, and then you say how you want to kill them, and you can generate how you want the whole level to be.
Okay.
I've done it once or twice, but again, nothing really that fun because obviously you've got to try and find the correct target you want to do and how you want to do it. But some have done some really kind of clever ways. Some of them are a pain in the arse though as well at the same time.
Yeah, I saw way back in the day. Then they get some like influencers and that to create their own certain targets, like people like Kind of Funny and other people.
Yeah, I think Outside Xbox did one once where they found characters that had the same name to them. You had to kind of kill them. That was quite
Not
funny.
okay with TikTok, but yet he said the word influencer. He's scumbag.
He's joined the TikTok trend.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, I've downloaded the TikTok app now. You know, I've looked at it maybe twice.
Oh, he's all in now, are you?
I had to throw my
he's
phone
all
in the washing
influenced.
machine.
What did you
Throw
get
my
All
phone
that
in the washing
influence.
machine.
on those 4 or twice that you looked and scrolled?
Oh, just porn in it, just soft porn.
A semi, clearly.
Before I even got to even open the app, there's some. But anyway, did you know we're on TikTok? You can follow us at Xbox Tavern.
Daily
And
news,
for
I've heard.
Dan's daily news with his lovely
OnlyFans
in a bikini.
face in the camera. Yeah, go check it out. TikTok.
OnlyFans is coming soon.
Only Dan.
Dad's news stories.
Yeah.
That can be when we reboot the Patreon. That can be the first tier. £1 a month, you get access to Only Dan's.
Only Dan.
I'll say Only Dad's. Posing.
He's already provided us with a few shots that we can add to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got the backdrop.
Some mood lighting. Anyway, sorry, we got distracted by talking about Dan's penis. Hitman 3 is coming. Game Pass 20th of January. Same
Yes.
day as Rainbow Six, so have a big day. Exciting.
We should definitely do some Rainbow as well. Speaking about that,
Right. What's it? Thursday, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah, this weekend. Let's hit some Rainbow up. We could try and do that 2 games of 3 players type thing. Race through it, so you can get a special guest Pete involved and photograph Ross if he's feeling better.
If he's looking better.
Bless him.
So we will play some Rainbow, play some Hitman, maybe play some Stalker.
Maybe.
Poor Stalkers.
Well, there's a wah.
Stalker 2 has been delayed until the 8th of December 2022. which probably means at some point in 2023, in all realism, but we'll see. It was supposed due out, was it April the 20 something, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Or
that
24th, I
definitely is.
think.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see it, are we?
We're not going to see it until at least December the 8th now. They say these additional 7 months of development are needed to fulfill our vision and achieve the desired state of the game. Blah, blah, blah. Testing, not easy decision, blah, blah, blah. More exciting updates ahead. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Obviously, it's a bit of a shitter, but a delay is always good. However, do you reckon this has got anything to do with their, I'm going to say it again, fucking NFT bullshit they tried to pull a couple of weeks ago?
I don't. What was the bullshit? I heard about it. I never really looked into it further.
So, at the risk of having to say it for a third time, they tried to put fans in the game. They were going to sell them these NFTs. Was it non-fungible or whatever the
Tokens.
stupid thing is? Yeah, scam, pyramid scheme. But to sell them so you could buy and put yourself in the game, basically like an NPC. And they got a lot of backlash, and they walked it back a couple of days later. So I don't know if this would have anything, if they want to delay it to try and
Take them out.
get some more goodwill, or remove anything that was related to that. But yeah, either way, still a bit of a shame because I'm quite looking forward to playing this one. I know Scottish Gruff Ross was as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I was as well.
Well, the thing is, like you say, a delayed game could eventually actually be quite good and better for the for us all playing it. But then if you rush a game, it's always going to be bad because if you look at Cyberpunk, they rushed that through, and there's a shit show now. A year later on, they still haven't done anything with it. Well, they've done stuff, but
But
nothing noteworthy.
Haven't you? You've mentioned Cyberpunk, and the other brilliant example is Halo.
Yeah,
they
delayed
delay
it.
it by a year, and look at the wonderful result we got.
Yeah, massive backlash from the dodgy-looking skins, and then it's all changed. And all right, it's not perfect because bits are missing, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can buy cat ears now, so it's fine.
Meow.
Yeah.
I heard those going cheaper as well.
Yeah, well, that's yeah.
Or you can have it looking awesome, like the new Grand Theft Auto remix.
What, hot coffee?
Oh.
Hot coffee with a weird neck that goes at a right angle.
And the rain falling through the windows. Right. So, yeah, it's still good delayed. Bit of a shame, but we shall wait until December. Hopefully, it won't get delayed anymore. And then one more very quick story. Sorry. PUBG now free to play, gentlemen. I haven't played PUBG in a fucking age.
I played it this week.
I did see that it's one of the ones you put down.
There's a reason for that. I'm still trying to find someone else on the map. I started about 2 years ago.
Is there anything that they've changed to support the free to play, Ian, or is it just as it was before?
It's just as it was. It's still PUBG. It's still shit. It's still boring. Still slow. Still takes
At least
take
loading
ages
the
to find
assets
stuff.
this time. Or you're just still loading into a blurry.
No, it's fair. That's better. The loading is better. But then sometimes you get shot at, and you look around trying to find where you get shot at. And you have no idea where you got shot at. There's no markers to where someone's shooting at you, unless you use your ears. Apparently,
they've got 2 levels of this game, though, haven't they? So they've got the free to play for everybody, but then there's a $12.99 mode, I believe, which gives you, I think it's a one-off payment, and it gives you something. So it's like that they've got.
blowjob. That's the only way I'm playing that game again.
Buy a couple.
That's the only way I'm paying for that.
Yeah, no, I believe it gives you a premium edition. So you got the free edition and the premium edition. The only thing is I think you get skins with the $12.99 version.
Oh.
Or you can make your own maps or something. I can't remember what the actual.
You get the microtransactions. Everybody loves doing microtransactions.
If you just got skins of $12.99, you've got issues if you paid for that.
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be something worth my time, considering I played
something
this
to
week.
look at when you're running around not doing anything.
They struggle
Exactly.
with loading textures, let alone custom fucking textures.
Yeah, I think I'm sure it's much better now. But when we started playing it on the Xbox One, it literally loading in a new jacket or a pair of trousers took fucking ages. Like a blocky low res thing. It was like I said, look alright, and eventually pop it. I have trousers on now.
Yeah, my gripe was was like you spent 15 to 20 minutes getting yourself suited up, and then you just got ambushed, and then it was just over in sort of 20 seconds. Well, Well, that was like half an hour well spent.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like half an hour of matches as well. And don't get me wrong. Like I think I actually won one, but I think mostly because it was AIs winning it, so it's still not popular. I managed to win one game, and it's like still loads of AI still running around. But then sometimes you just get a shot at. You have no idea where you got shot at. Then you're just dead. Like, great, good fun.
Just the pacing on that game is just bad.
Yeah, it's too slow.
We played, and it was slow, but I did quite enjoy it when we got a group of 4 of us, like us and Specialist Pete.
It can be good when you're actually into the action's good. Yeah. It's just the time from landing and get to the action.
Yeah, you got to wait like 20 minutes.
The constant searching of buildings and fucking opening doors and closing doors and crawling through the grass and.
Well, then there's the final towards the final circle, just like hiding behind trees with a back to the gas or circle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's just annoyed because there's no fishing in it.
I mean, that's the thing, right? No fishing, no XP coins,
no building.
I can't play as Spider-Man.
You can't even. It doesn't even build in Fortnite.
And
no. Well, I was getting into it, but anyway, we got off. Sorry, Dan, you were going to say something about PUBG.
I was going to make a sarcastic comment about you shooting sticky resin with Spider-Man, but let's move on swiftly.
I'm glad we circled back to that one. Yeah, so free to play now. You can go check it out. Is it free to play on everything? I assume it is.
Not just Xbox. Everywhere's free to play now.
It's not out on the Switch yet, is it? Not going to run.
Please don't. I've already had trauma from trying to play Apex on the Switch, and that gave me enough.
Yeah, that was fucking dreadful.
I think that actually put me off playing Apex. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, it wasn't a good port, but crossplay soon, so you can get up the Switch players with your 120 frames a second Apex Series X and S edition.
Hey, I carried down to a win.
Yes.
There. Who got the kills?
You got the kills, but I did the work.
I'm not going to deny that, but I got the kills. I got the win. You wait.
Are we gonna see your alternate clips here up on our socials at some point, up on the TikToks? And your
TikToks.
So I was doing it on my phone, and it's a right pain in the arse to edit video on your phone. So I'm gonna open it up on my editing software. And I might do a bit of sarcasm and make myself look really, really good. Voiceovers, everything you're going to get like prime. Oh,
I want to hear like
you're going to put subtitles as well.
I'll put subtitles. Yeah,
I'm not going to check your spelling.
You might need grammar.
Anyway, right? Yes, so Apex good. PUBG, not so good. So Fortnite's the best one, really, isn't it? Right. Housekeeping, gentlemen. Should we get into it? Thank you very much for making it this far. I don't know how far we're into the episode, but if you made it this far, you're a hero as always.
28 minutes.
You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. And you can rate and review us there, and we'll read it out on the show if you leave us a little text review. 5 stars only, apparently. 6 if they'll allow you.
You can also do that on Spotify. You can now rate on Spotify. So give us the old 5-star. Spotify doesn't want your comments.
5-star.
I want your 5-time WCW champion.
Thank you. You can find us on YouTube, which is where we are right now, or youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official. Twitter @Xbox Tavern, obviously, the same as Facebook, as well as xboxtavern.com, where you can find all of our written reviews and opinions and features, etc. And we should get into some of them later on. You can also head over to another website on the internet called insertcoinclothing.com. It's a nice website. And if you want to buy some of their lovely clothes, such as I did the other day, you can use the promo code Xbox Tavern 22 for 20% off for the whole of 2022. Thank you very much, Insert Coin Clothing.
That code makes sense.
That code, great code, Xbox Tavern 22.
Don't get in fucking hell. Right, and check him out.
Makes sense this year.
I picked up a Gears of War hoodie yesterday, and a new beanie hat and a t-shirt for one of the kids because it was.
I really want the jacket, Mass Effect jacket, but.
Oh, do you know what? I'm tempted. I am so tempted.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
even if I do get 20% off.
20% off. Yeah, they got a few other things, haven't they? They got Oh, I'm trying to think of the other clothes he had now. They're just going to shill for him now. They got a nice beanie hat, which I nearly bought. Some PJs,
Yeah.
weatherproof jacket, Ian. It's a bit cheaper.
Oh, well,
We'll still get that Gareth hoodie up for order. Anyway, go check them out. InsertCoinclothing.com. They've got loads of clothes in there, and they're all very, very nice, such as this and what Dan's wearing, and pretty much everything else in my wardrobe. Right,
we'll bang. Okay.
bang. Okay. And also, don't forget about TikTok. Right, gentlemen, questions. Questions of the week. We got a question from, I think this is from
Hit me.
special guest Pete. Maybe
Hit me
maybe not.
with your best shot.
We're asked this week. That was lovely, Ian. Thank you. A game you've only played for a very short time and quit. This is kind of tailor-made for Dan, really. Dan, do you want to give us all of the games you've ever started and quit?
Cyberpunk.
We've got several hours of them.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I could keep going. Psychonauts.
Yeah.
2, Firewatch because I got lost in a 4-hour game. How do you fucking get lost in a 4-hour game?
How did you get lost in Firewatch? Seriously, let's circle back to that. How?
Oh, fuck, I haven't got a clue, mate. Literally have not got a clue. I am raging because I'm like, this is only a fucking 4-hour game. I am ploughing through this.
Such a good game, and how have you managed to fuck it up?
I don't know. I meant to go find the girls' camp. I can see the smoke. Do you think I can flipping get to the smoke? Like, fuck, can I? Yeah. So I'm really pissed off by that. So I haven't played it. But my choice for this one was Cyberpunk, unlike its
Sorry, what?
2077. So Cyberpunk. Yeah. So I played the first, I don't know, 30 minutes. It was alright. Played okay. Seemed alright, but with all the backlash of how bad it was for the community, I just stopped, and that is my game that I.
Great. It's a great game. I don't know how you could stop.
I'm not disputing it. I need to. I need to do Watch Dogs. There are so many things I need to play, but yeah.
There's always too many things to play, though, isn't there? Really.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Game
Many
Pass
things, not enough time.
is the backlog helper.
I was going to say, even without Game Pass, it's enough of a fucking backlog to last a lifetime.
It leaves Dan feeling backed up.
I do.
Yeah, you can justify it.
And uncomfortable.
Nice. Okay, so Cyberpunk. One day you might get to it. Maybe when the next gen patch comes out at some point,
that's what
because they've only started that and then quit. I think.
Yeah.
There.
Well, hopefully with my my 30 game challenge that I'm doing this year, maybe I'll do it, but maybe I won't.
You shall see. Let's check in January 16th or 2023 to see if you've started it and played more than half an hour.
Cool. It's a date.
Nice. Ian.
Hello.
What game have you started and gave up after a very short time?
For me, it has to be Destiny 2. Loved the first one. Thought it was really good fun. I think I got all the achievements in it as well. That's how good I enjoyed it. But actually played more after getting all the achievements. I still played it onwards, and that's where for me. But then Destiny 2 came along. I thought, oh, new installment. I'm going to love it. Sequel. Nope. Just gave up.
How far did you get, do you reckon?
Couple of hours, more 3-4 hours in. Got quite high level wise, but then I thought, I don't want to do this again. Tried changing character to maybe say because obviously I had my favorite class was Titan, or let's do this, and then again I got no. Okay, let's try being a warlock, see if it's better. And I was like, actually no, I don't want to do this anymore. Just put it away.
Fair enough. So what was it about Destiny 2 that was different? You just didn't want to do the same thing over and over again, or did they change anything else drastically?
You know what? I think it probably was that fact that they hadn't changed things drastically. It was pretty much the same thing over and over again. There wasn't anything that was like, oh my god, wow, this is going to be so much fun. It just felt like it was the same game, but just sugarcoated number 2 over it. So yes, for me, it was. Yeah, this is when it came out. I think I went back to it for a bit. I think I go back to it. No, I tried to play again a little bit just to get some achievements when it came free to play. in like 2020. And then again, yeah, since then I haven't touched it. So 2020 was the last time I played it. But yeah, just I guess it just was there, right? Yeah, it's just nothing. It didn't feel like, oh my god, this is a new installment. It's going to be something new, something a bit more fun. I just thought I don't want to do also again. I just moved on from it all, and kind of gave up with it. Even when I went to free to play, I thought, okay, this might be something different now. This might be actually a bit of fun. But then they added all the fucking DLC. You had to pay for it. I was like, why make it free to play then? But if you want to play it, you have to buy all the DLC.
You've got a new one coming out in a couple of weeks, haven't they? The Witch something, I don't know.
Witch Queen.
Play. That's it. Yeah, don't play Destiny, but
Yeah, you've got to fucking play. You got to buy that as well if you want to pay. Oh, free to play game, but you've got to buy this DLC if you want to play it. Like, yes, it's like 35 quid as well.
They've done you dirty.
So if you want to buy all the DLCs, you're going to spend 100 quid on a free to play game to play the game fully.
how they get you? Hook you in the door
Yeah.
and then be like, right,
Yeah.
give me some more money.
Yeah, it's free to play. Free to play. You can spend 100 quid if you want to play the game fully. Okay, cheers.
You
Thanks.
can look at the title menu and the character creation for free, and then you got to pay from there.
Yeah.
Cool. Graham.
Yeah. Fuck you, Destiny.
Yeah. Mine's a bit more short-lived and a bit more obvious. Forza 5. And yeah, racing games really aren't for me. And you can put the shiniest fucking car in my face, and I still won't enjoy playing that game.
Even if they're falling from the sky.
And
Yeah,
driving for a dust
repeatedly.
storm, Graham.
Yeah. It's
And
just
fuck on. Probably just something really good.
it really reinforced the fact that I can't stand those kind of racing games. They're really just not my bag. And the last time we played was that shit show of the multiplayer they think they have, which took ages to get into a game. And
I don't know how that is so shit. From before, even Forza 4, we tried it was shit. But they must have fixed it for 5. Nope, still shit.
There's
yeah,
not much like at all, have we, with the multiplayer?
and
Forza.
then had no interest in going back to that since.
Funny thing
Yeah,
is with Forza 5 is if you play multiplayer on your own, like just randomly just join a multiplayer game, instant. As soon as you bring one friend along, it's like, fuck you, you got to take ages. So
Yeah, the struggle to try and bring a party along to anything on that game. But yeah,
I never understand that. Why it's easier on your own. If you're on your own multiplayer, absolutely fine, no issue, no lag. You're in straight away. Pretty much racing online multiplayer within a minute. As soon as someone else comes along or more than you, it's like, no, you can't play online together. Here,
But
wait
it's
5 minutes while you drive around in circles.
Not
And,
on at
yeah.
all.
Secondly, to tie it with Dan as well, Psychonauts 2 could not get on with that at all. Played it as part of our Project Game Pass thing, which it just didn't hook me at all. Don't have much interest in going back to that one either.
It's one of the ones I do actually want to play because I had COVID when we had a Project Game Pass and never got around to it.
It's proper
But-
weird and fucked up. Psychonauts.
It's
really messes
Getting a lot of game
Yeah.
awards, wasn't it? Like, or at least not necessarily the top award, but a lot of runner-up awards or a lot of honourable mention type things. I quite enjoyed what I played, but even as much as I did enjoy it, I never finished it. I only got maybe 5 or 6 hours in, maybe a push. Yeah, sort of what I played, I enjoyed. It just time went by, other things come out, and Halo was there. You're not going to go back to it then, Gray?
Nope.
Cool.
Neither of those two. I can't see me ever going back to those. And yeah, there's plenty of other things I'd rather play way ahead of that one. So I still need to finish. So yeah, not touching those again,
Not enough time, not enough hours in the day.
especially for those ones.
Oh yeah,
Not for me.
Cool.
And then what about yourself?
Well, the first one that sprung to mind, I'm glad Scottish Gruff are saying here again this week, is Fallout New Vegas. Again, because
A
I've
fucking traitor and
just
disgrace
had
to
no
humanity.
interest at all in playing it. I'm sure it's lovely. I couldn't think of anything I would want to play less, to be honest. Just don't. I like Fallout 3.
You play Fallout 3? As I say, did you play Fallout 3?
I like Fallout 3 and I really liked it, but I think that was because at the time I just sort of got into that sort of thing. Like Oblivion was the first game like that I'd really played. Fallout 3 was just more of that. But after playing Skyrim, I've no interest in playing Fallout 4, New Vegas, 76. Just doesn't do it for me at all anymore.
Have you played
yeah.
Fallout 4? You haven't or haven't? Have or
I've
haven't?
played. I think I got to. Is it Diamond City or something? Yeah, the very first place in the game you got to get to.
Yeah, it sounds
Yes.
familiar.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
there,
sounds about right.
and then I gave up. And even that took a while because I was trying to. What in those games, obviously, the whole point is to go and explore in it and find all the different side missions. So I probably played for maybe 15 hours, and then
At least you played a fair chunk, unlike people won't mention in this podcast.
fell off hard. But yeah, no interest in going back to Fallout New Vegas at this point.
Tell you one game I will
Anyway.
never play again, which obviously seems to Fallout. Even though I completed it fully, I'll never do Skyrim again. Like, I understand you love it, but I'm looking like, oh, you started again. I was like, that's one title. I played it at the time, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I got all the achievements, but fuck playing for that game again.
It's so big, but it was just the fact it's so quicker to load now, so it's just so quick to sort of get into it. It's none of the sluggishness that killed it before.
Yeah,
can get into
I say
that
Fallout,
later.
I'll happily play all again, but Skyrim, I just.
Is that
see,
because of the achievements, or just you will not
No,
touch
it's
it?
just a story. I think it's too old for me. I like more futuristic, new stuff than riding horses.
There's a very clear divide, isn't there? You either like Fallout or you like Elder Scrolls, pretty much. And I fall on the Elder Scrolls side of stuff.
Yeah, same.
Ray's the only one. I think we'll probably have a fairly 50-50 balance.
True. Yeah, kind of got them both at the same time.
So, yeah, definitely.
OG Fallouts at the same time. I was kind of getting. I tried to get into Morrowind, but I just couldn't get into Morrowind. That was just a bit too cack. But yeah, Oblivion was the first one I kind of had, and I was kind of doing both of those at a similar time.
I'm Fallout all the way, baby. F Skyrim.
Good man.
But did you play 1 and 2, the OG PC ones?
No.
Do you play any of the Skyrims or Fallouts?
Who? Me? Yes.
Yeah.
I played the first Skyrim on. I say the first one.
The
first one
Skyrim.
I played was on the 360. Was it Oblivion? No, Oblivion. The one in and
Elder
around
Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, so it was in and around that time that Elder Scrolls was out, and I didn't like it. I just can't get on. It just couldn't get on with them.
That's fair enough.
So you never played Skyrim?
No, I have played Skyrim. I told you it was. Yeah, it was at the same time as. Yeah.
You never
That or Oblivion.
Oblivion I
So you
couldn't get on
played
with either.
Skyrim, you never completed.
Never.
Fallout you did complete.
Fallout I did complete.
Okay, just checking which ones he's complete and which one he hasn't.
Yeah.
This is very key.
I know it's key for you. I know I don't complete games. God forbid. I fixed my mic, by the way. Not that anyone cares.
Well, Jake did.
Well, no, Jake mentioned it, and then I found out that what I pressed was wrong. Anyway, let's move.
Let's hope. We'll wait for the 10-hour delay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so yeah, let us know what
Yeah,
games
it's
you
fixed.
started and not finished, or not started and give up very quickly because you got bored of it. Yeah, it's up.
Jake could probably say Hades. That's all.
Hawk or whatever you want to do. I don't know. Right, let's talk about games we are playing though, shall we? Hopefully
do
the ones we've actually finished as well. Graham, what have you been playing this week? Say what to me?
What? Unfortunately, the two games that I have been playing are embargoed, so I cannot discuss them. But they both are pretty good. That's all I can say so far. And so the only other game I've been playing adjacent to those is FIFA 22. I'm getting a bit hooked on the different objectives and things on that bit. Makes it a bit more fun to play certain friendlies because you're forced to play under certain conditions.
Is this an ultimate team?
Yeah. It's all an ultimate team. That's where the most fun usually is to be had. Unless you can get a group of friends together to do the club stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't do any career mode and stuff.
The career, I can't do the career mode. That's for a specific set of person that's into like the management side of things, and it's too boring for me. I prefer the sort of hardcore action side of it. So the ultimate team is just where you're sort of against the best of the best. And
Anyway, Spurs won a trophy.
not what I'm playing of. Seeing some of the people in the championship teams, seeing all these bloody legends and icons come out, I think it's better if you don't see what the other side has, the other team has, because sometimes it gives you a bit of panic straight away.
Or you
You see
think I'm going to have a win here, and then they just absolutely smash you.
Yeah, it just puts you in a really bad mindset at times because that this guy had about sort of 5, 6 icons in his team. And you're thinking, oh, I'm in trouble here. Like one of them was like Diego Maradona. You think, okay, this guy's clearly got I've got some luck, or he's been spending a shed load of money, and he scraped a 2-1 victory. It wasn't even convincing, and even that was with
Yeah.
a cheese ball goal that you can sense people like find a way of cheesing certain goals. They do certain trends that always seem to work, and then you hear about them, and then you see people trying them. But yeah, I got suffered to a cheese ball goal. But like I said, I'm competing with them. I'm not getting sort of overrun. So it's quite nice I've got to that point. I just need to kick on from there.
When we're going to see the trilogy of you and Dan?
I think Dan's got to struggle to get back up to that kind of point now.
I need to.
I think it's 1-1, isn't it? 1-1.
No, I'll tell you, Graham.
One game each.
Graham
We played a
done
couple after that.
Yeah.
It just got worse for him.
Yeah, Graham
Okay, fair enough.
absolutely shat on me. I'll put the videos out soon when I get some time. But yeah, I got absolutely turned over.
I think
Oh, okay.
I think the next game wasn't as bad. The one I leveled it up, but then the one after that was like 5-2 or something like that.
Yeah,
And that was it could have been worse.
Yeah.
We should do a video of me versus Jay. Who can get the most players sent off?
Yeah, I'm up for a bit of a FIFA extravaganza. Let's do it.
Who could be the first one to get a match abandoned?
Yeah, have these two trying to play properly and us two just trying to fuck it up for them.
Well, you should do that with guests on the side anyway, because you can do a no rules match, so you can actually sort of hack players as part of it.
We
and
want
be
something
useful.
off. That's so fun.
I know, but
Yeah,
then because to be useful, you hack them down and get the ball off them and actually do something useful rather than just getting red cards.
Red card's the fun part.
Exactly.
What's it going to be? Red or yellow? Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, it's that game again. Whilst my two are still embargoed.
Nice. Well, hopefully at some point on the YouTube channel we'll see the epic conclusions to the battle you two are having, and me and Ian can fuck some shit up at some point as well. Daniel,
Yes.
what have you been playing this week?
So I, as I mentioned earlier, 30 game challenge. I have smashed another one out. I have done Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So I completed that this morning with my son. My God, if I'm going to go through the Lego trilogies or games with him, I'm going to need some very strong beer. But yeah, so I played it. It was good. I liked the way The Force Awakens was a fairly good opener for the new set of Star Wars films. And the Lego game kind of just follows that trend. Good. I would say it's very child friendly. So if you've got a very novice child who's not good at video games, this could be one of the other games for them to play. I only had to take the controller off him a few times to do that kind of very... God, when it's really kind of fine-tuned, when you have to build something and then smash it and then build something on the other end with the same blocks, just because he couldn't get the puzzle. But yeah, really good, so really happy. So I'm 7 games down now, so count it.
Ooh.
Is that the full 1000G for all 7, or is it just finished?
No, the rules were it was either 1000G or roll credits. So this one is my second, I think, of a roll of credits. So I will take that one. And then last night, me and Ian played some Apex. Well, got wiped the floor with in quite a few games, and I think the only 2 games we did well in, we came second and then first.
Yep.
With just one battle in each game, wasn't it?
We had a couple, and the one came second, but the one where we won, we only had one battle.
Yeah, one battle. Saw this guy all alone. Some good commands by me, obviously. Managed to down him as he went past me, and then Ian tried to finish him off. Then out of nowhere, his teammate was shooting from the roof, or from the rafters, I should say. I snuck up behind him, and I unloaded my gun into him. So yeah, it was.
That's a bad place for a pause.
Yeah, well, I was like, I didn't.
Of all the places to pause.
I was like, it wasn't a pistol, so yeah, I unloaded. He died or she died. So yeah, we got the video clips. So I'm gonna mash them together, do some sort of funny with them. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I was fairly inebriated, and then my wife.
And useless, but
Well, I was dreadful playing on it. So going from a monitor, taking your console into the other room, and going to a TV, there is a noticeable lag and difference to when you play. So I was all over the shop. I mean, I wasn't good anyway, but you could tell everything was just that little bit slower, and just didn't feel right.
It wasn't the beers the size of your head.
I mean, yeah, a couple of them.
well, it was, yeah.
3 of them did not help, but yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. So yeah, that's my gaming week. To be fair,
Nice. Plenty of excitement. Playing with your kids and then playing with Ian. I did want to come and join you too. I set in Apex installing and then I fell asleep. So that was that.
Fair enough. Fair play to you.
yeah.
Ian, when you're not falling
Hi.
asleep, what have you been playing?
Well, obviously mentioned earlier, I played PUBG for a bit. Again, terrible game still. Not as fun. No one still.
Why
one's
did you
still.
play it though? You said you don't like it. Why did you decide to just because it went free to play or?
Yeah, because I went free to play. I thought, see what they changed. A bit of curiosity. So some achievements needs to brush up on. I thought, yeah, give it a go. And yeah, it's still really boring and slow and dull. That's a good way to put it. Unless you play with someone else, most times play with someone else. Majority of the time, just talking to each other, and then you'd be like the 1 minute battle, and then talking to each other for 15 minutes again. Happening at all in that game whatsoever.
Fair enough.
So yeah, played that for a bit. I also played, because it was leaving Game Pass, Pandemic, the board game. So again, if you played Pandemic before, it's basically trying to stop COVID from destroying the world. But yeah, because I was leaving Game Pass, I wanted to finish it all up. So I did a bit of that. Cool little board game, actually.
Is that you play like locally with your missus, or can you play that online with people?
It's all solo, so it's no real online.
Oh, okay.
So it's all solo game. It's like a solo board game, if that makes sense. Hard to explain, but yeah, it's just basically you have to stop. You have different classes you can choose between, and there's obviously a couple of ones that are really useful. Some ones that's not that great. And then you've got to kind of stop the virus affecting all the kind of little kind of cities in the world, across the world. And then so you have like the medic, which can obviously clear all the nodes in one city, or you've got the kind of like the what else is there? Oh, there's other classes. My mind's gone blank now. Again, mine's so terrible at this. Who's the other one? Scientist, that was it. Researcher and scientist are the kind of the best two. So the researcher can obviously share. You obviously to clear the virus, you have to get 4 cards of the same city in the same color. So there's like 4 different colors. There's blue, black, yellow, and red, and they're done by different continents. So blue's like Europe. Is it blue's Europe and North America? Yellow's South America. I think red's Asia. And black's also Asia and Africa as well. So kind of just areas of the world, if you think of it that way. And obviously the researcher can obviously share cards, so they can share the cards easily amongst other people. And the scientists can obviously clear the infection with 4 cards. So to clear infection, normally you have to use 5 cards to clear the infection, but the scientists can do it with 4. Then you have to have you have different home bases where you can set up. And obviously if you have to go to your home base to clear stop the virus from spreading across the world. So yeah, really quick, quirky, unique game, but long as well at the same time.
Fair enough. And when's it leaving Game Pass? It today?
It's probably already left.
Okay.
Left, yeah. Today, yeah. It was last day. Yesterday, yeah. Today's left. So speaking, listen to this later. It's gone, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I saw a story, a headline the other day, I think yesterday, and apparently it's being delisted from the store completely as well at the end of the month. So it's not even just leaving Game Pass; it's leaving Xbox completely.
No.
I guess the pandemic didn't really help. The pandemic didn't help Pandemic from being Pandemic.
Which is strange because you think it would help because you've been staying at home playing games.
in a game about the reason you're playing that you're stuck at home playing games.
Yeah.
Playing a game based on
If you had
COVID.
COVID whilst you were playing it, you've still gone for the
Oh my God.
trifecta.
That's it, yeah. I also did play the other game that was leaving Game Pass, Desperados 3 for a bit as well, but that was just mopping up achievements and that. I've already completed it before.
Desperados.
Yeah,
Why not?
I installed that. I installed that because I wanted to give it a go. But today's the
Mm.
last day, and I'm not going to be able to play it today. So I guess I just won't play it. Strike that from the backlog.
It's one of those ones annoyingly hard sometimes. You have to keep saving, and if you fuck up, reload your save. It's one of those ones. Very, very frustrating after a while. But also good
Fair
fun.
enough.
Has stealth elements, Graham's favourite.
Yay. Nice. Good. Okay. Cool. Well, I've been playing a couple of games this week. Just a couple, mind. I spoke about the pedestrian last week. My review just went up today. Pretty good. It, as I suspected when I spoke to you guys last week about it, it did go on a little bit too long. It could have cut the last. I think there's 9 levels in total. They could have cut level 7 and 8 out, and it would have been better for it.
Was it because it was too hard, or just because it got long?
It got long, and it was challenging. It was challenging because the mechanics weren't explained very clearly. It wasn't that the puzzles were necessarily hard. It's just what the things you had to use weren't clearly explained as what they did. So it was a lot of trial and error, like you were just saying with Desperados. But it was just annoying. I was like, I just want to get past this bit so I can get on to the next bit. And each time you go into a new area, you've got to collect 4 things, or 3 or 4 or 5 things to get out of it to get on to the next one. And by the time I got to level 7, I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to collect yet another 4 of exactly the same thing again. Can I just do something different? And no spoilers, but the last level, they mix it up really well. So I wish they would have, instead of level 7 and 8, they'd just done 3 if they were going to keep it this long of the last level, but just expanded upon it rather than what they did. But otherwise, other than that, I really enjoyed it. Really good.
It's
Very
also
good puzzle
it's
game.
also on Game Pass as well.
It's on Game Pass. It must be on PC as well. I played it on Xbox.
It is on PC as well.
And yeah, it's not that it's massively long. It probably took me maybe 8 hours to get through. But it definitely would have been better if it was an hour or 2 shorter by cutting out those 2 levels I said about. Yeah, well worth a go. As I said, Game Pass, go check it out. My review's up now. So go read that as well on xboxtavern.com. Cheap plug. Right. I played another game which my review will be out this week because it's out on the 21st called Gravity Chase. It's basically Wipeout meets F-Zero meets the Weekend soundtrack. So it's fast anti-grav futuristic races. Weapon, pick up weapons, fire them. You got boosts, you got shields. The tracks are like I forget the name of the track in F-Zero, but there's one. It's basically like a cylinder. You can most of them you can swing all the way around, so you can't fall off the edges basically. And there's no walls or anything, so you just fly around them. There's a couple that are half pipes. I've still got a couple to unlock, but it's rapid, fast, really good. Visually, it's pretty exciting. There's a lot to see and do, even though there's not really. It's not like the most stunning game in the world, but because you're moving so fast, you've got to have your eyes in the back of your head and the side of your head, and preferably an extra pair of hands as well if you can, just try and keep on top of things. And the in-game soundtrack's awesome. A lot of like heavy techno stuff, like Wipeout style music. But I would assume you youngsters will have heard of the band The Weeknd.
Yes.
I have.
I only know of them thanks to the children liking their song. Was it Blinding Lights or something? Well, it is Blinding Lights. I know this because the title music of Gravity Rush is basically that song, just slightly tone shifted. When it come on, I was like, oh, they got this song as like a part of the sound. Okay, and then it just this is not the song at all. They just copied it pretty much wholesale.
Come on, Grandad, you have fun clicking along to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that it's a bad song. It's literally is the same song. They've just gone the opposite. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's the only one that's in there. The rest of them are all original artists and stuff. So I don't know why they've decided to copy that particular song because it doesn't really fit the tone either. You got like a heavy.
To say it's quite a slowish song.
Yeah, like drum and bass, not drum and bass, like techno and electronic music, and then you got that as the main song you hear when you
I
first start
suppose the
game.
chorus kind of would fit that kind of game if it's
Yeah,
sped up a
it
little
doesn't fit at all.
bit.
It really doesn't. But anyway, that's a slight niggle. Other than that, I'm enjoying it. My review will be out this week. And one final one, very quickly. Ian, you'll be pleased to know that I've started Skyrim again.
Oh,
Boo.
You
After
enjoying the quick
Ross and
loading, Jay?
Graham badgering on about it for the last few weeks, and then a guy I work with badgering on about it this week, I finally succumbed and installed it again, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only a couple of hours in. I've got to, is it Whiterun, the first village, the main one?
Yeah.
And I spoke to Jarl Borgruff. He'd be balling.
Balling.
yeah, I'll be boiling.
And-
Let's get to bashing butts.
And yeah, I've just milled around there, speaking to some people. Yeah, even though I said I wouldn't ever play it again, like you, Ian, because I've done it, I've finished it. I've not got all the achievements, I don't really care about that, but I've finished the story, hundreds of hours. I was sitting there, I was like, I could get back into this actually. And I was talking to everyone, I was reading the books, I was picking up all the items, filling up my inventory, going around the shops. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
we're back into it now. We're back in.
Steven.
So I think I shall play some more this week. I think it's going to be a slow burn though. I'm not going to try and blitz it in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to every week, just a couple of hours here and there. I think just pick my way through it. But it looks a lot nicer now, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks a lot
And
nicer.
with the different mods and bits that you can add to it now, it's a bit more fun. And like the
Yeah, I haven't
not as
looked
in
at
the
any of
mod
the mods.
mods, as in like the
Part of
the
anniversary
community
pack.
stuff you can add in bits. Got the
Yeah.
weird side quests that are quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't really found anything like that yet, I don't think. But yeah, as soon as that music hit and I walked into Whiterun, I was yeah, I was waiting for him. I used to be an adventurer like you. Please don't say it. I haven't heard it once yet. I know it's coming.
Oh, I have. I heard that. You can't not.
The dragon's about.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So Skyrim, I think that's going to be a talking book for the rest of the year because it's very good. It's been 10 years. It's about time to start it again, I think. And I'm going to go with. I went with, what did I go with this time? A high elf, I think it was. I went for. No, usually I go for a dark elf. Not that it really makes much. Of a
What
difference.
kind? What class are you doing?
Well,
He always goes mage. He can't help himself.
yeah, it's gonna have to be mage. Even if I wanted to go for something else, I wouldn't.
He always goes back. He's such a fan every time.
I just changed the
Burn 'em.
race rather than the class. But yeah, so we'll talk about more Skyrim, I imagine, over the next year. Also, especially once Scottish Gruffrost is back and once Graham gets more further into it and stuff. And Ian succumbs and starts it again. Right,
No, never.
gentlemen. Anything else we've been playing, or should we fly through these last little bits here?
Let's
I don't
fire
have
away.
anything else.
Oh, we need to
Fire
discuss Project Game Pass, but apart from that.
We do. I know Scottish Gruffrost is, as we said at the start, not feeling very well. Feel better soon, Ross. Have we decided on a game, or are we going to decide here, or are we going to talk about it over the next week and then come back next week?
Yes, we might as well discuss and start Project Game Pass from February.
I was just about to say, this month we'll call it an
3
impasse.
months.
Yeah, 3 month.
We've done. So obviously we'll chat about it, I guess. Yeah, we'll chat about it amongst ourselves, and then we'll maybe from next week or
Extraction.
something we'll decide finally.
Oh, Hitman.
Yeah, Project Game Pass, getting back on it. Right, stuff. Speaking of Game Pass, who wants to do the stuff coming to Game Pass? New to Game Pass.
I
Can you?
have got, what's the date today? 16th. I have
16th.
got, right, I've got this up. So, coming up in the next week, you've got Nobody Saves the World, and that's January the 18th. You have Rainbow Six Extraction, January the 20th. As well as on the 20th, you have Hitman Trilogy. You have Paparazzi on the 20th as well. And that is it for next week's games.
So some interesting sounding ones there. So as we've
Yes.
already discussed, especially Paparazzi.
He said it like that as well.
To take a taxi.
Ian, what's leaving? Tell us what's going home. No. Not with
Games
Game
have already
Pass.
left though, so there's nothing. We
Yeah.
don't know what's happening.
Oh, all right.
Right, hang on a
Everything's
minute.
left.
Let me check the Game Pass
Well,
counter.
At the moment, we don't know. Game Pass games leaving.
Yeah, nothing.
We'll know tomorrow. So games already left. There's no point because they've already left.
Fair enough.
But if you want to know,
Logic.
games that have left are Desperados 3, Ghost of the Tail, Kingdom Hearts 3, Mountain Blade Warband, Pandemic, and Yiki, a post-modern RPG.
Lovely, thank you. Right, Graham, Games of Gold. Regale us of what we can pick up for free.
You can pick up Neurovoider from January the 1st to the 31st. You've got Aground from January the 16th to the February the 15th, and Space Invaders Infinity Gene from January 16th to the 31st.
Nice. Go check them out. Go download them. As I say, even if they're not your cup of tea, you might as well. You never know. In a few years' time, when you're going through your backlog, you think, "Thank God, I picked up Space Invaders Infinity Gene free. I can play that now." Just spending a tenner on it. Right. I think that's it. I think we've done yet another show. It's been a bit more of a. We're getting back into the swing of it, I think.
Better than last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Well,
Still feeling a
hopefully
little
this has
bit.
been recorded.
Yeah, still feeling a little bit low energy, but we'll get back into it. Hopefully next week, level 5, and we can just come back in strong. Hit them hard
Him fast.
to the elbow. Right.
Arm that Dan gave me.
You broke it. What have you? Why have you broken
Yeah,
it?
it's gone. I need to find this. I need to find my stand now. So
Oh, for God's sake!
Hopefully
one
you
up on
find it by
Amazon.
next week, Ian. Pick one up on Amazon, and while you're there, you can go check out xbox7.com. Not on Amazon. Really not, anyway. You might be able to find something on there. Or you can buy an NFT of xbox7.com. Why not? Let's get on the train. Fuck it. Right. £1 million. You can have an NFT of a screenshot of the website.
Or Dan, the screenshot we've got hidden of Dan, and he's got that
I
controller.
was about to say, yeah, for $2 million, you can have a screenshot of Dan's NFT.
Hang on, as that's my face, I'm owed 50% of that.
You can have, okay, we'll do that. Right. Thank you very much. We've been Xbox Tavern. You can follow us at Xbox Tavern on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, wherever else. Just search it on the Jeeves or the Googles, whatever you. And yeah, thank you for listening. We'll be here again next Sunday, 8 p.m. ish.
The show will look
probably-
a lot better because I've just scrambled whatever the hell this.
Yep. The YouTube
is-
show will be back up to its usual standard, providing that Scottish Gruff Ross is back on his feet.
I'm gonna have to take over and fix it.
And
Yeah,
we
it
can
looks
go
dreadful.
from there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. I'm Jamie, and I'm at Enexan on Twitter, and I've been joined by Ian,
Hello, I'm at Nutty Ray.
Graham,
At Graham Reaper.
and Daniel.
Chocolate Pet 80. Follow me on TikTok.
We're going to do some Xbox Tavern ASMR as well now.
No.
Daniel's the other black guy.
Right. Thank you very much, everybody. Love you all, and I shall speak to you next week.
Sign up for Only Dance.
Yeah.
Lovely, bye.
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 And we're stopping streaming now.